Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you like this episode, please remember to hit the like button and leave a comment or two, then subscribe and click on the bell to receive notifications of whenever we release new videos. Also, please remember to share them to your social media. The soldier's boots crunched the dry leaves as he crossed the field during a military exercise. Smoke clouded the details of the brush and forest around him as he executed his duty. A fire had broken out previously, and he had to make sure the flames didn't grow out of control. As he performed his duty, he felt a rattling in his chest as a low, rumbling growl penetrated the forest. A dark blur broke from the cover of nearby trees and streaked toward him. He reached for his radio to call for help, but the bear was upon him before he signaled anyone. Welcome back to Scary Bear Attacks. In the Tohoku region of northeastern Japan, within a military training ground that straddles the villages of Nishigo and Tene in Fukushima Prefecture, the Japanese military conducts exercises regularly. This area is defined by the rugged Mountains, featuring a mix of Pacific and Sea of Japan watersheds that create a diverse and often difficult terrain. The topography includes steep forested slopes and valleys that have historically served as both a buffer between rural settlements and the wild mountain interior. While these maneuver areas are restricted for military use, the surrounding regions are popular for recreation, featuring hot springs, ski resorts, and hiking trails near the Hattori Dam. Fukushima Prefecture experiences a humid climate characterized by hot, humid summers and cold, snowy winters, particularly in the mountainous Nakadori region. The vegetation in these forests is dense and varied. Among the common trees are the Japanese beech, the white birch with its distinctive flaky bark, and the Japanese larch. The undergrowth is often thick with shrubs like the Japanese cheesewood and the evergreen Japanese camellia. Foraging animals are drawn to the area by various berry-producing plants, including the red bayberry, the toxic but striking heavenly bamboo, and the Japanese rowan, which is known for its brilliant red autumn berries. The animal kingdom in this part of Japan is diverse, with the Japanese black bear being the apex predator on the island of Honshu. Other common residents of these woods include sika deer, wild boars, and Japanese squirrels. The bird population is equally vibrant, featuring species such as the Japanese white-eye and the pygmy woodpecker. In the field of environmental forensics, several red flags might have signaled the presence of a bear before the encounter. In the spring, bears emerging from hibernation often leave deep tracks in soft mud or create territorial markings by stripping bark from trees. Flattened grass or daybeds can indicate where a bear has been resting, and the presence of scat containing undigested berries or nuts is a clear sign of recent activity. In this specific case, the smoke and chaos of a 16-hectare fire may have masked these signs or agitated a bear already residing in the wooded maneuvering area. On Wednesday, April 22nd, 2026, a 30-something soldier, whom we will call Ito, was participating in the Japanese Ground Self-Defense Force exercises. While specific personal details regarding his marriage, children, or hobbies were not provided in the official reports, his occupation as a soldier placed him in the line of danger during a routine training exercise. It has not been confirmed if the soldier was carrying bear spray or a firearm at the exact moment of the encounter, though he was on active duty at a firing range. There was no mention of a dog accompanying the victim during his inspection of the fire-damaged area. The background of the attack involves a training maneuver at Ground Self-Defense Force Camp Fukushima. On Wednesday morning, an 81mm mortar firing exercise sparked a dry leaf fire that eventually consumed 16 hectares of land. The victim was participating in an assessment of the blaze to confirm that the fire was out. As he walked through the swirling smoke clouds, Ito examined the burned area and confirmed the fire was under control. Suddenly, a rib-rattling rumble shook him as he saw a massive dark form break from cover along the forest edge. Ito was overwhelmed with fear and could only think of calling for help on the radio. He reached his hand toward his belt and lifted the radio toward his mouth, just as the bear knocked him to his back. The bear focused its aggression on Ito's extremities, inflicting serious bites to his right arm and his left wrist. Despite the violence of the encounter, the injuries were classified as non-fatal. Following the attack, the soldier was immediately evacuated and taken to a hospital for medical treatment. While the specific hospital was not named, he was under the care of medical professionals shortly after the local fire department and military officials responded to the scene. The perspective of the first responders suggests a chaotic scene, as they were simultaneously battling a wildfire that was not fully extinguished until Thursday morning. Regarding the bear, there's no report indicating that the animal was killed during or after the encounter. Information on the bear's age, sex, or health was not provided, but the timing in late April suggests it may have been a bear recently emerged from hibernation and potentially protective of a nearby food source. It is unknown if there was an animal carcass nearby, but the presence of cubs is always a possibility during the spring months, which significantly increases the likelihood of a defensive, aggressive reaction from a mother bear. Speaking of cubs, our Cub Tier membership on Patreon, linked below, will give you ad-free early access to our episodes, photos, and notes, and the $3 per month goes a long way in helping me continue to produce educational and entertaining content like this. Fukushima Prefecture is home to a significant population of Japanese black bears, with over 3,800 incidents recorded in the region, according to recent data. The prefecture covers the third largest area in Japan, spanning approximately 13,783 square kilometers. While exact densities vary, the rise in bear sightings across the Tohoku region has been sharp, with Fukushima reporting hundreds of incidents in the last 30 days alone. Nationwide, bear attacks have reached record levels in recent years, with over 200 injuries and 13 fatalities recorded in a single recent 8-month period. A survival analysis of this encounter suggests that the soldier was in a high-risk environment due to the combination of low visibility from smoke and the noise of the ongoing fire suppression efforts. Modern survival protocols suggest that making loud noises and carrying bear spray are the most effective deterrents. While the soldier's defensive actions were not fully detailed, his ability to survive the bites to his arm and wrist suggests he may have used his limbs to protect his vital organs, a common but instinctive defensive maneuver during a predatory or defensive strike. After reviewing the facts surrounding this attack, I am left with a few questions for you. Do you think the noise and heat from the mortar fire and the subsequent blaze provoked the bear into an aggressive state? Given that this was a military exercise, should soldiers be required to carry bear deterrents even when they are carrying service weapons? Finally, do you believe the shrinking rural populations in Japan are making these military training grounds the new primary habitat for aggressive bears? I will gladly read and reply to your thoughts, so post them in the comments section below, and let's talk about it. Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you've enjoyed this episode, please consider clicking on the like button and clicking on the bell icon. We'll help you know when we post our new episodes. Posting our video links to your social media profiles furthers awareness, and it's fun. We slashed our prices in our merch store, linked below, so check out the bargains there while you shop. As a member of our human community, remember to adventure bravely and be careful out there, especially in bear country.